You should. Oh, okay, that's fine. Dear.
Welcome everybody into Views from the Bridge, your second favorite podcast about your favorite team, the Philadelphia Union. We'll talk about transfers, but I got to start with Tottenham.
Why?
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Justin, can I? I'll do this. I'll play. No, I'll play. I'll play.
Go ahead.
Here, Chuck.
Go ahead, Evan. Go ahead.
I had one thought. I had one thought when this happened. As someone that is indifferent about Tottenham Hotspur, even though I think most of the people I have collaborated with in a quasi-professional setting in soccer are Tottenham Hotspur fans. If we make it to MLS Cup final and we lose on a stoppage time fucking goal from another former Tottenham winger, I will jump off something.
Yes, no, I'm there. Like,
that was it. That was the only thought I had. I went, no, this is the script.
I don't need this to happen again.
No. Listen, he's by all accounts a wonderful person, Hyun-Min Son. I can't do it. I really can't do it. I don't need it. It can't happen.
Neither can your
audio. So that's okay. Thank you for starting there, Justin. Can we instead? Sorry, nope. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Back to square one. Hi, everybody. Yeah. No, I can because we'll get there.
We're done with that topic.
Yeah, I just
we got to talk about transfers, but we're not going to spend a lot of time on that one. It's just been I feel like this week, specifically in MLS, and I think, Chuck, for your position and what you do in life, you're like the amount of just transfers and interesting transfers, I think. We got talking a little bit about Mihailovic. We got to talk a little bit about Matt Turner ending up back in New England. We got to talk about Son ending up in LA. It's just been a interesting MLS
Justin,
week
in this transfer window.
And the Union did nothing at all during that time period. Not one thing.
Not one thing. Not including drawing 2-2 with Eintracht Frankfurt on Saturday night.
The prodigal son scored a goal.
That also happens.
And not Paxton Aronson.
No.
Not the.
I love that we're not going to talk about what happened in this game at all.
I didn't. Oh, okay.
I don't. Was it even possible to watch it not at the stadium? Like, I don't know if that game was actually available anywhere.
They put it on the website.
Yes, it was on the club's website. I did not.
But I mean,
to watch it. We were busy on Saturday night, so
I mean, I was there. It was a good time in stadium. I could not imagine watching it if I were not in stadium.
If you watched that game,
feel like a preseason game, Chuck? Did it feel like a preseason game?
Yes, it absolutely felt like a preseason game.
Well, that's
good. But it like, I think the most interesting factor, because we're not going to talk about the Union's second goal because it doesn't matter, but the Union's first goal was actually pretty good at showing that the only difference in MLS to Bundesliga really is timing and finishing, because Kai Wagner delivered a great assist for a Damiani goal, and he just got higher and hit the ball at a better point than a Frankfurt defender could, and next thing you know, it's a goal. And I mean, things like that aren't going to quell the interest in Wagner, and if he can actually get going, it'll spark interest in Damiani, but apparently everyone just wants Union forwards, so what can you even do?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't get to watch the game, but I did watch the clips of that goal specifically. And, it's if you're around the Union for any length of time, that's not a surprising goal to watch. It's a beautiful delivery by Wagner. We spent ad nauseum in our last episode talking about Wagner's delivery. And I think it is one of those things that you do like to see, and it shows that MLS is pretty good. Like you can complain a lot about MLS, but there are some good players and some good moments in this league. That is some pretty good soccer.
I was so close. We were so close to having what we needed out of this friendly, which was it was there. Paxton played. He did. They did the whole media tour gimmick with him after the match. He gave a good post match interview. Chuck was there, so that was some good little sound bites from the kid. He's a good talker. He can sell himself. Chris Donovan scored a goal. It would have been nice if he did that any other point during the season when games mattered. But but hey, that's fine. And then Frankfurt sees that, and they don't immediately pounce on him. I think the problem was Damiani scored a better goal first, but we almost had it. We almost had Paxton
Your
Aronson
plan almost
flip
came to fruition
for Chris Donovan. I got so close, and then all we had to do was pay Montreal to go away to pay for Milan Iloski. And now we have someone who will finally end my misery of having to watch Chris Donovan play soccer. And
Will he?
Also, USL gang rise up. I don't know. Maybe. I hope maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Jonathan Tannenwald, great article in the Inquirer, by the way, about how dumb it was to get him here, and why it took like a month. So go read that if you can do. If you can't, more MLS being MLS. Trying to muddy up transfers that everybody wanted to have happen for no apparent reason.
I'm just like always skeptical with having another forward, especially one that has shown that they have quality. Because usually in Union history, that means that someone's going out the door.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And we're short on credible rumors about Ty Bariba leaving, but we're not short on rumors. And I mean, I'm hoping that like, he just gets a designated player contract and everyone's happy. But like, until I see that happen, things like adding other forwards are like, is someone about to pay for him?
I have seen that argument a couple times online. I think I would be nervous about that happen. I think I would be more nervous about that happening if there had already been an extension signed on Mikel Ure's contract. And the fact that there hasn't been a new contract or a extension on his contract, I think that's your outgoing player, which is infuriating to me because we lose him on a free instead of getting something for him. But
I mean, it's really weird there because like he's been a productive player. There aren't that many forwards in MLS that have been more productive than him during his time with the Union. I'm sure that list of players who scored more goals than him over this time period is shorter than like 30. And like, yes, that's not designated player salary, but like it's not like this team's paying anyone, so like who cares? And I mean, we literally just saw like even him how much damage he can do coming off the bench and like why that's important to a team. So like there will be a pretty significant void when he does eventually go that hopefully is at the end of the season and not during the season. And I'm not sure that's going to be as easy to replace as it seems.
If you're looking for a substitute merchant who has a penchant for scoring a lot of goals, they did just sign that guy. Iloski didn't really start for San Diego. He was the guy after Lozano and Andres Dreyer. And he scored like, 6 of his 10 goals this year off the bench. And he's got that weird just kind of like... Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. The Whitecaps defensively are not terribly stout, but like that's a guy that's comfortable with the role, and I think we also get the bonus of the way that he ended up here was weird and dumb, and he's probably got a chip on his shoulder. So all of that plays into our favor. Is he going to be a 1-for-1 Mikel Ura replacement if that's where we're going with this? No, because I don't think you can really do that. And obviously, you'd much rather have, I guess, Baribo, Damiani, and Ura as your kind of three instead of, I guess, Baribo, Damiani, and Iloski. But there's no longer that weird gap between your third forward and your fourth guy right now. And being able to rotate one extra guy, especially in the lead up to this, because I would imagine at this point, none of your transfers are leaving unless it's for a ton of money before the end of the season / the postseason. So, we should be okay from keeping everybody in house, but
he's not gone, but he's still there.
Yeah,
You know
I'm not thrilled about losing someone for free because you never can be.
It was like
that whole thing cut. It did, didn't it? Just say it did. Just say it did. It's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I mean, Iloski can be. Yes. What's that? We fucking talked about this. No, it's open. Yeah. This is it's just being temperamental.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here, let me try to make this a shorter statement. Iloski can be your substitute merchant because that's how he scored a lot of his goals for San Diego because he was the third guy there. Does it suck theoretically losing a striker for free this time of year? Sure. But also, I don't necessarily want to buy that we're losing somebody imminently. I think enough of the soccer world knows that the MLS schedule is dumb and we want to keep everybody that we can until our season's over and then they can have them. So hopefully everyone sticks around and this is just kind of adding to firepower. It's also a little funny because we didn't play Leagues Cup, so we're not even like that burnt out. I just don't think we've ever added somebody in this window that could theoretically have like a playoff impact the way that Iloski could do.
Yeah, well, the Union's track records on summer signings, fitting in that same summer is not very good.
No.
That might have been like the understatement of the century.
That was good. That was good.
But it is like realistically, if you want who's gonna replace Mikel Ura next year, you do kind of need to get them now.
Yeah. The bar for what Iloski has to do to be a successful signing when he's coming in is in hell. He's already done it, actually, because he's scored goal. Like, his stat sheet this year has goals on it that count for this year. They're not with us, but they're there. They're real.
He has, if you want that number, he has 10 in 14 appearances, and only 3 of those, and he only started 3 games for San Diego. So, to your point, like, this is a guy
Vancouver,
that, all right, but still,
famously,
that's 10 in 9 games or whatever. So, like, I don't know. I think
he finishes.
He can score 2 goals the rest of the season, and he's done more than what our 4th striker at this point has done.
That'd be cool. That'd be so cool.
My question about this transfer has been, it doesn't really address our position of need. It gives us another number 9. It doesn't really give us another number 10, which is more of what we needed. And so I wonder how the team is addressing that, or if they feel like they need to address that.
Certainly doesn't seem like it's... But, I mean, we didn't know that this transfer was even happening until it was just like, oh, this is basically done. And the Union have been better about not
the glory days are over. The glory days are over. We no longer have a month and a half to talk about a transfer that happens or maybe not. Now it's like it's done, and then a couple of days later, it's okay. Here it is.
But it is like, I mean, you can mask the needing a 10 as long as you're not playing soccer during international breaks, because like as long as Quinn Sullivan's here, things are fine. It's the when he's not here that it's really a problem. And I mean, if he keeps going at this rate, he's gonna just not be here at all. This isn't
Every
supposed
year.
to be a depressing. This isn't supposed to be a depressing podcast, but like,
no.
Yeah, how did we get here?
That's the hard part of being. No. That's part of being. That's part of the reality of being a team like the Union and being a team of or fan of a team that doesn't spend a ton of money. Is you watch these players like have good seasons and then they're gone, and then you watch another player have a good season and then they're gone, and and then you go into every offseason going, how many new starters are we going to have in 2026? And you just wonder what the case is, because that's exactly what happened last year. You came out of 2024 and you went, how many new starters do we have in 2025? And the answer was like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Even starters at positions that you didn't realize the Union were going to be changing starters at. Like right now.
Well,
yes.
Yeah. Times.
No one expected Frankie Westfield to just out of nowhere and run from day one and
not like that.
Just keep the role. Like he was supposed to just be getting starts like now.
I mean, to that point, I did not think that I didn't think that Jean-Jacques and Lukic were gonna nail down their spots either, and never give them up.
Even like Vasilev wasn't really supposed to be that guy.
Van Biza was supposed to be gone this time last year, and now he's still.
Well, so is Kai Wagner. So
but we're used to it with Kai now. That's every summer, really every transfer window, but especially every summer.
Yes. For the on again, off again relationship that we have with Kai Wagner, it seems like that's the same that New England has with Matt Turner. You can go to Europe for a little while, but you're going to come back. It's all good.
They always come back.
They always come back. Except Union players. They never come back.
Union players never come back, no. Well, I mean, Matt Freese didn't really leave.
They do come
back. And then Corey Burke is somewhere in the championship, right?
Julian Carranza.
I would cry, actually, if that happened.
Like, the most realistic signing of that nature for the Union, and it's not really necessary this year, would be Austin Trusty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Justin would be better for his Mark McKenzie.
Premiership.
No. I mean,
no?
Yes, but
you would. You would. Don't even act like it. They could announce that tomorrow. No. You'd see the graphic go up and you'd get really happy.
Everyone would be happy, but like I would be much sadder about Mark leaving Europe.
If McKenzie would come back and be starting on our back line in 2026, that means he's not playing in the World Cup, and I would be so sad about that. Yeah.
But then we wouldn't miss him when we were in Leagues Cup. So like it works out. We wouldn't have to rotate our back line of Nick Perriano, Jakob Glesnes, Mark McKenzie, and Frankie Westfield for Leagues Cup. They would start every game.
What like?
Sorry, you're right, Chuck. Nick Perriano, Nate Harriel at center back, Mark McKenzie at center back, and then Frankie Westfield at right back. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Stop this.
Pencil that in. I want someone to pencil that in for me next year for the opening day starting 11.
The worst lineup we could put together in the worst case scenario for what happens with the Union between now and then.
I mean, we can put together way worse lineups.
Thank you.
But it would be a pretty awful scenario.
It's a good start. It's a good start
to have.
I mean, yes, you could put together some worse lineups. You probably couldn't put together some like worse, like realistic lineups.
Yeah, sure. I think that's the only time I've ever been called realistic on this show. That's exciting for me. Thank you, Justin. 2 weeks in a row.
I don't even know. I don't even know where to go with this. Yeah, I did give you a compliment last week too, so that is like 2 weeks in a row.
I know.
Can you tell it's this week?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the game this week.
Sure. We beat Jordy Mihalovich last week, so we might as well do it again.
Sure.
No, I mean, you're right.
He's a glutton for punishment.
I just can't wrap my head around this transfer. And, like, it's even funnier because, like, I don't care. But just the fact that, like, now
$8 million.
him doing this has caused us to need to preview his team twice, not due to MLS scheduling quirks, just due to his own doing.
His doing.
What if
he
we
facilitated this transfer between the teams?
Yeah. God, if only I had another crack at Philadelphia. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to force myself out and go to Toronto. They just opened up a bunch of money by getting rid of midfielders that didn't want to play for them. I can't wait to force them to pay a bunch of money for someone who won't want to play for them in about 6 months. The good news about this game is we can use Jordan Mihalovic as a lens and go, everything we said about the Rapids applies to the team that he's now on. They just play in Toronto.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Different color shirts, but it's like kind of cold. Everyone's weirdly defensive about where they're from. There's like a gimmick about geographical locations, and their team sucks. So it's fun.
I mean, playing them still isn't fun.
No, but I mean, we shouldn't lose.
No, Toronto's like my second.
I can't name 3 other people
favorite
on Toronto's roster.
They keep trading them all.
Well, yeah, it's part of the problem.
Yeah.
The guys that were there that were funny are gone now, so that's lame. And then
how many? Well, I could think of a lot of questions to ask about this game.
Yeah.
Does Iloski's ITC certificate get approved before this game?
They said he's going to be available. Ooh.
Oh, interesting. That's fastest ever for the Union.
Tannenwald said that he's good for. I shouldn't quote him that directly. From everything I've read, that sounds better to him. And from everything I've read, it looks like he's going to be available. So.
All right. So that's one. How many goals do the Union score in this game?
We're at home, right?
Only?
Yeah. I'm not saying that they should score more, but they're only going to score 2.
I don't want to say 5, but I really want to say 5. Like, this could get real. We have really good, like, summers. I really think that there's a good chance they put 5 on Toronto, because now their midfield engine is a guy that would have practiced, like, maybe 4 times with them. So they're not going to keep the ball. Like, this is...
I agree. I hear what you're saying there, Evan, but my wife has a theory about the soccer gods and the allotment of goals that they give every team, and if you use them on the wrong team, then you're probably in a bad situation. And realizing that following this game, we have 2 kind of important games against New York Red Bulls. Right. I'd rather save some of our goals.
I'm picking up what she's putting down. I like that. All right.
5 over the course of the week and 3 wins. I'll take.
Yeah, but I don't want to beat Toronto 1-0.
But just prepare for fewer goals than you expect.
Yeah.
They just are one of those teams that even if you pummel them for the entire game, it feels like you have a max of 3 goals.
It's true. I don't see a world where, like, Jonathan Osorio doesn't just get bodied all game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but these games have a way of becoming chippy, and I don't like them.
Well, yeah, because Toronto can't play soccer, and that's what they do. It's very street fight, and then you win 1-0 or whatever, and everything feels bad. And then you somehow play more civil games against Red Bull and beat them twice somehow, and then you're fine.
Also, I'm curious at this point, what teams do we actually like to play? Because, like, we've talked about, like, I mean, New England, Toronto, Montreal, Nashville's up
Columbus,
there.
Nashville.
Red Bulls.
We like playing them.
Columbus is just annoying. I don't, like...
That's not light.
I don't not look forward to watching games against Columbus, whereas, like, those other teams make me want to claw my eyes out watching those games.
Sure. So it's the rest of the Eastern Conference and then the Western Conference?
I generally enjoy Nashville games. I think the team that's been the favorite for the Union to play has been LAFC. I mean, they've all been really, really good games.
Yeah,
with
but
a
like
lot
not
of really, really pretty soccer.
Yeah.
That major heartbreak factor.
Yeah,
there.
We don't like to talk about LAFC.
Not something I can shake. Like I used to have an LAFC jersey, and I had to sell it after that game.
I'm glad you found someone to buy it off you. That's exciting. Did they use it in one of their player reveals? FC Dallas?
Those have been some
very
fun
indifferent on FC Dallas.
Yeah, so that's like an improvement. Chicago?
I can't think of an Atlanta game that I've hated watching.
Yeah, but that's because Brad Guzan does funny things when he concedes. Which counts.
I'm just saying, you asked the question, who do you like playing?
Yeah, no, I
actually think we don't beat anybody the way we're answering.
Well, I actually do wish that they played Sporting Kansas City more.
Yeah.
Still has.
What if St. Louis hires Peter Vermees, though? Does that count? Is that basically the same thing at that point?
You're creating just.
No one wants that but me? Okay. Well.
Chuck's
never going to want a podcast with us again, Evan.
That's okay. Welcome to St. Louis SC, Caleb Porter.
I'm currently sitting in Cleveland being subjected to this. What are you doing?
I didn't put you in Cleveland. That's not on me. You could have been at home being subjected to this, but no. You're but you're in Ohio.
The point is not the location. The point is
that feels like a user
subjectation.
I didn't.
The location is not helping with what I'm being subjected to.
No.
When, also, my cat could be jumping me at home right now.
Sure. But for the record, also, if anyone's listening to this in the state of Ohio, move.
Let me check our stats real quick and see if we have any listeners.
Yeah,
from
please.
Ohio.
It's probably Daniel Gazdag.
I mean, considering Cincinnati has to scout the Union before taking half the team.
Somebody's listening to our podcast as they're scouting the Union.
Are you saying Pat Noonan's listening to our podcast right now?
Probably.
Hell yeah.
Would be stranger things to happen in MLS.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to talk about the murderer's row of number 32s before Milan Iloski has now gotten it? Because it's a great...
No.
I posted it earlier in the group chat.
I must have missed it.
I don't remember the goalkeeper, but your outfield players are Gilly Wijnaldum and Matt Real.
That was what that was.
That was. Yeah. I didn't have a stroke. There was a reason for that.
I just thought you were naming players.
Yeah, I didn't.
Also, a very real.
You mentioned a group, and I didn't realize what group you were talking about.
And it is a list of people that I would. Gilly Wijnaldum and Matt Real are two people I would just casually in conversation try to put somewhere. So yes, that is a very fair thank you. But no, that's
and
number 32.
If there's anything our podcast is known for, it's the random hey, you
Matt
guys
Real
remember
style.
when Roger Torres got a red card against Chivas USA in 2012?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. One of my favorite games.
I don't know if Roger Torres ever got a red card for the Union.
Well, remember when Danny Cruz got obliterated that one game? I do. I was there. They recognized his father.
Every time
Military appreciation night.
Every time I see him on the Lou City sideline, I think about that game.
Yeah, of course.
Well, now I'm trying to think. I'm literally just looking at the numbers and who's had them. Honestly, trying to figure out what is the worst number for a Union player to have, because this one's close.
Okay,
this one's close.
What's one of the candidates you've found? This feels like an off-season vibe, but
24.
Humor me.
24.
24 might be saved, because Nick Piriano is currently 24.
Okay,
Anthony
but
Sorensen, Tej Orvek, Adam Najim, Matt Jones, Brian Holt, Purafino Lopez, Warren Holder, Brian Perk.
Yep, that has to take it.
that's got to be up there. Oh my
That's
god.
now
Wait,
that's
Chuck. What about 19? Since you're there and you're not too far away.
a 19. It depends on how highly you want to rate Corey Burke.
Hell yeah.
Which would have said that that's the bar. Indiana
Who's he carrying water
Joaquin
for?
Torres, Corey Burke, Aaron Jones, Cole Missimo,
Oh my
Dejan
god.
Kajic, Corbin Bone, Cleberson, Jack McInerney.
What is that? That's got to be it. It's 19. That's insane. What a wild list of names.
There's some numbers.
I think Cole Missimo just had like a weird anxiety attack for no reason at 8:45 on August the 5th, 2025.
I mean, I've already, like, I feel like started multiple depressive spirals for no reason on this podcast, so I'm leaving that page.
Yep, please. We'll come back to it.
Well, let us know what you think the worst number.
Yeah, go. It's on Transfermarkt. Go do that, and then tell us what the worst number.
And then let us know.
Those were pretty bad.
Yeah, man, Cleberson.
19 wasn't terrible, but it was like that's just a wild list of names. Like
the gaps in quality between people that have worn that number is absurd.
Corbin Bone to Corey Burke.
Cleberson, Corbin Bone, Zenon Katic, Jack McInerney sighting. I guess he's on there 3 times. That's insane. Good for him.
All right.
That's all we got, right? Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about? That's pretty much all we got.
We can't get
it was not the episode That's not the episode I planned, but then on Tuesday, a random Tuesday, when the Union decided to announce a signing. But thank you to the Philadelphia Union for actually doing it before we recorded.
Yeah, in the morning and everything.
Because so many times we have done that.
Well, we'll have times in which no soccer actually happens during the week, and there is time to kill.
Yeah. Not next year, because we're playing in Leagues Cup.
Well,
we got it.
Still, this year, there's going to be enough boring games throughout the remainder of the season.
It's true. It's true.
Like the one on Saturday. All
right, well, that's what we think. Let us know what you think. You can find us at VFTB Pod all over the internet. Let us know kind of what you're thinking. We'll post our discussion of the worst number in Union history. And you'll have to tell us what you think the worst number in Union history is as far as the players that have worn it. Should be a fun discussion. And maybe we'll come back to that next week. But other than that, let us know what you think about Toronto, about the Red Bulls, about the U.S. Open Cup, about what's happening in Leagues Cup, because I have no idea. So tell me what's happening in Leagues Cup. And
Cruz is all bad.
All right, we'll be back later with more Union content very, very soon.